Hey, what up? It's your boy Akie checking in here with another video. So I had a subscriber asking me about what cold calling script I use. And I thought about it and I thought about it and I had to look back at my cold calling script that I, got at the beginning of this year when I started cold calling. And I told you guys the whole reason why I started cold calling is because I saw a bunch of people in the market on YouTube, on Facebook, in Facebook groups saying that they got a way better cost per lead by doing cold calling. And so I look back at that script, and you know what? I haven't even used that script since January. Like, it's crazy. Um, Basically, a better question would be, or a better value add to you would be, what to have in your cold calling script and what not to have in your cold calling script. Um, and basically, a cold calling script is more robotic. It's something that is basically a framework that you want to use. To whereas basically down the line, where you become more natural, when you become more comfortable with your sales skills, that you can really just flow with the conversation and you make it sound more natural and you're less likely to be hung up on, and you're really able to get an answer out of the seller, which is ultimately what you really want to do, is get a yes or a no. And you want to get that fairly quickly. So because the whole reason why people do cold calling is because it's easy to scale. It's like the new direct mail. It's easy to get 500 calls in a day, 1,000 calls in a day, if you're doing this full time. But for me, a couple hundred is also pretty good. So um, what you want to have in your script is basically obviously introducing yourself, but don't introduce yourself in a way that sounds too professional. What do I mean by that? Well, introducing yourself with obviously your company name. Doing that is a huge, huge, huge no-no, especially when you're first cold calling, when it's not a warm lead and you're disclosing, what company you're calling from. Um, Number one, it's too much information. They'll ask you that again, which is no good. Which is a waste of time, where they could just hang up on you. Number two is sometimes they get calls from telemarketers that aren't really trying to do business. It's like those vacation package things, and that what they do is they report that number, which brings me to another thing. So if they have your company name, obviously they can report you, and that gets you in trouble. You start paying fines, stuff like that. So that's no good. Another one is, back to the other one, kind of link it together, is do not use a regular phone number. Use like a Vumber number or call rail number. And if you don't have call rail, that's what I use. It's in the description box below. Dope. It gives you 10 numbers for 30 bucks a month, and you can use that for your bandit signs, your direct mail, all that cool stuff. But what you're really doing whenever you're cold calling is you're just looking for motivation, and you're looking for basically basic information: name, house type, condition of the property, bed and bath. And at that point, once you have that kind of information, you can set up an appointment, either go on the appointment or get someone, if it's virtual, to take pictures of the property, set it up on Craigslist where someone can take pictures of the property, and then, get an offer, get the thing on the contract. It's really simple. The cold calling thing, um, it could go either way. I could give you a script with XYZ on it, but when you look at all the cold calling scripts, I've seen some awesome cold calling scripts. What you're doing is you're introducing yourself. You're saying that you're a local investment company, which you are. You're a local investment company. You're looking to do business in the area, and you want to know if either they, or if they know of someone who is interested in selling in the near future, or if you just bought a house in the area, you'd like them to know, that you just bought a house in the area, which gives you more credibility, and then that you're looking for other properties in the area, and if they want to sell, or if they know someone who wants to sell, that or keeps you in a place where it doesn't make anybody mad. I mean, you can go out and ask originally, if they want to sell, but if you already have them on the phone, that is to potentially two different chances. They have a chance to say no or yes, so that's pretty dope, and I've got business like that before. So yeah, man, you want to introduce yourself, you want to not disclose your company name. You want to not disclose your real number. You want to use a trackable number. That way you can see what lists are working. Um, and then after that, you want to basically gather that basic information so that you can go back to that information and set up an appointment, or you can, if it's virtual, get someone to go to that house, take pictures, and then get it under contract. The real important thing that you want to do with cold calling is you want to make it simple. People are asking for a script like there's something magical thing you can say to make someone want to sell their house. There's no magical thing you can say to make someone want to sell their house. Just like when you go out there and you're doing any type of marketing, there's nothing you can do. Actually, there are some things you can do, but in terms of an asset like a house, man, that's sometimes hundreds of thousands of dollars. If someone wants to sell, they want to sell, and they're glad to hear from you. So that's the people you want to talk to, anyways. Um, so don't. There's no trigger words. There's no. Only thing that can really help is having a pleasing personality to where they like you and they'd rather do business with you than another company. Because at the end of the day, if they're motivated, they're gonna sell. They're gonna sell to an investment company, and why not it be you? Just make it really simple for them. Have some enthusiasm on the phone. Be a problem solver. Listen to their problems, and sometimes they'll talk to you about what's going on for 30 minutes. And I've had calls like that too. But ultimately, the the things that you're looking for, those benchmarks are pretty simple. Anybody can do them, and at the end of the day, you want to have it to whereas anybody can do them because it's a couple dollar per hour task. At the end of the day, people outsource it to Philippines, people outsource it to Mexico, people outsource it to Nicaragua. It's an easy thing to do. So don't make it some type of thing that you're you're worried about the exact thing to say, like you need a PhD, you need a PhD, or you need some kind of crazy big long words to say to the seller to make them want to sell. It's not even like that. So that's all I got for this one, man. If you got some value out of this one, go ahead and hit the like button. I appreciate that. Subscribe if you haven't already. I'm dropping content like this all month. You already know. If you got any questions, this was a question that I had yesterday. What type of script do I use? Um, so yeah. All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Peace.